Hey. I need that at the well.
But I'm gonna tell you like this: when I saw that, I think T.I. fucking lying.
Tell me. It been 20 years, bro. It been 20 years. I figure if I wasn't built like that, it'll show by now. It been 20 years, bro. I done faced every challenge motherfucker that like to throw at me, man. You ain't seen me fold, you ain't seen me break down.
King Harris is back in the headlines, and this time, it's not about fighting at Waffle House or skipping out on court dates. Nope. His own baby mama just sent the internet into meltdown after allegedly leaking what fans are calling a gay tape of King. And if that wasn't enough, Boosie jumped in and straight up clowned T.I. for how he raised his son. Now, whether the tape is even real or not, almost doesn't matter. The internet thrives on speculation, and rumors about King's sexuality have been floating around for years. Some fans said he looked fruity. Others claimed the baby was just a cover-up, and now this leak is fueling every one of those narratives. And it gets even messier, because old rumors are resurfacing fast. Whispers that King might not actually be the father of his son, that his baby mama only got pregnant to lock in the Harris bag, and that King's been cosplaying a gangster lifestyle he never truly lived.
Yeah. King in here. That's my baby. That's my baby. Get it?
But the biggest twist, Boosie didn't just clown King. He aimed his shade at T.I., turning messy gossip into a full-blown feud. And that's just the beginning. Then came the money talk. People swore up and down that King's baby mama only got pregnant to lock in the Harris bag. They said she saw the last name, the fame, the money, and made a calculated move to cash out with the baby. Whether true or not didn't even matter. The comments kept multiplying. And when the baby was finally born, instead of shutting down the noise, the speculation only got louder. People were posting, "He doesn't even look like King." Others were convinced King was just rushing to show off his grown man status. That's when King hopped online, calling the baby his twin, saying they were identical. He even doubled down with photos, captioned, "Y'all can't tell me this ain't mine."
I live with my grandma. You know, we'll go to the house on like the weekend. They'll say, "Hey, we shooting today. We need y'all at the house." They'll come get me from my grandma's house. And right after we done, when them cameras go off, I'm right back to my grandma's house. Yeah.
But here's the kicker. The harder King tried to convince the world, the less people were buying it. And it wasn't just about the baby. For years, whispers about King's sexuality had been floating across the internet. So when this pregnancy happened, fans instantly thought, he's just trying to prove something. Now, with that so-called tape circulating, the same people are pulling out receipts, claiming this was the plan all along, a baby to silence the rumors. But that only opened the door to a much bigger critique, the way King's been cosplaying a gangster lifestyle he never really lived. He talks tough, throws himself into beefs, and acts like he's straight out the trenches. But then people remember, this boy was raised by T.I. and Tiny. He had money, privilege, and most of his childhood was spent living with his grandma. Nothing wrong with that. But let's be real, that doesn't exactly scream, "I grew up in the struggle." Here's King, in his own words, talking about how he used to live at his grandma's place.
So what I'm saying is, they wasn't
Talk like that outside.
Hey, I can talk how the fuck I want to wherever I'm at. I'm on live, shawty. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. This ain't your fucking restaurant. This ain't your fucking restaurant. Everything you make, I can pull out my pocket right now. I ain't tripping on you. I ain't tripping. Get the hell out of my face. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
Stop talking to him, please.
Who the hell is he?
I'm working at work.
What's your name?
What's your name?
My name King. You know it and your mama know it. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Fire out your shit.
Come back.
What? On game what? On game what? Come here. Come here. I'll show you what I do. Come here. I'll show you what I do. Come here. Come here. Come on.
And that's why so many folks just don't buy it. Every time King hops online yelling about being from the hood, the comments are flooded with people clowning him. They say he's been forcing this street image to cover up the fact that deep down, he doesn't really fit the role. It's almost like King's fighting two battles at the same time, trying to prove he's a real father and a grown man, while also proving he's a hardened gangster. But instead of making him look solid, it makes the spiral look worse. And trust me, the spiral hit the spotlight when those infamous Waffle House clips dropped. A video went viral of King straight up arguing with employees over food. He was loud, he was threatening, and people couldn't believe this was T.I. and Tiny's son wilding out in public. Here's King wilding out at Waffle House.
Well, I mean, of course I spoke to my son. You know, me and his uncles. You know, we were perplexed by his necessity to go back and forth with the short order cook. I didn't understand why he felt he needed to stop what he was doing to engage someone who was at such another level of life. Now, I had to explain to him that, you know, when people are not living the way they hope they would live, and here you is walking in with so much freedom and luxury, and you know, people gonna posture themselves a certain way. So therefore, you're gonna have to enjoy your life. You're gonna have to remove yourself from that energy and go enjoy your life.
And the craziest part? His own dad went live the very next day, basically saying he didn't even understand why King felt the need to go back and forth with the short order cook. T.I. said he and King's uncles tried to talk sense into him, reminding him that he lives a life most people dream about. So why stoop down and argue with people just working their jobs?
If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any of my questions or make any statements. So my question to you is, I found just a non-felony in that ashtray in the back, as well as in that basketball sleeve. So I'm gonna go over here and talk to these guys, and someone has to get charged with it. It's not dude.
I'm not talking.
You're not gonna talk to me? I gotcha. Do you have any questions for me?
I don't.
You need anything to go with you?
My phone.
Your phone? Where's your phone at?
Your car.
We're in the car.
You search you. See.
I'm not looking for phones. I'm looking for drugs and guns.
Ask me on my phone.
What kind of phone is it?
What color is your phone?
It's a clear case on.
But clearly that advice didn't stick, because after that, King's name kept popping up for all the wrong reasons. The biggest one? Here's arrest footage. That clip showed exactly what went down in Georgia back in 2024 when King got pulled over. According to police, he nearly hit a squad car leaving a gas station, smelled like weed, and was carrying a gun on his hip. When they ran his info, a warrant from 2022 popped up, linked to speeding, driving on a suspended license, and even a DUI he skipped court on. The video shows officers cuffing him and sending him straight to county. While King kept his cool, the internet didn't. Fans called it more proof that his life was spiraling out of control.
I gotta say something about this, bro. Dwayne Wade, you gone too fucking far, dog. That is a male. A 12-year-old. At 12, they don't even know what their next meal gonna be. They don't have it figured out yet. He might meet a woman, anything at 16 and fall in love with her. But it's be gone. How you gonna, like, bro, you going too far, dog. Don't cut his off, bro. Like, bro, for real. If he gonna be gay, let him be gay. But don't cut his off, bro.
And just when things couldn't get messier, Boosie stepped in. Instead of clowning King, he shaded T.I., implying the way he raised his son is why all this drama exists. So, to really understand why Boosie is even in the mix, we've got to break down the timeline of their beef. And trust me, it explains everything. It all started when Boosie made headlines for talking about Dwayne Wade's daughter after she came out as transgender. And here's the clip that really set things off. Boosie, straight up speaking on someone else's child.
With the T.I. situation, if he did that, you're a fucking rat too. I don't spare no motherfucking body. Because if you doing anything wrong, you doing anything criminal-wise, and you cooperate with law enforcement, to get you out of trouble. That means you're cooperating. That means you're a rat.
The internet dragged him instantly for being transphobic, and T.I. was one of the loudest voices calling him out. He hopped on Instagram telling Boosie to mind his business and stop worrying about another man's kids. That moment right there planted the seed for this feud. Then a couple months later, things escalated again when Boosie went on Vlad TV and called T.I. a snitch for his old federal gun case.
Hey, one of you niggas who done been to the penitentiary before, man. What happened when a motherfucker say somebody ain't right and they goddamn show their paperwork and they is right? What's the penalty for that? Can somebody tell me what is that punishable by? Somebody tell me that. See, most of you motherfuckers ain't never been in no trouble. Motherfuckers ain't never been nowhere. Anybody tell me. It been 20 years, bro. It been 20 years. I figure if I wasn't built like that, it'll show by now. It been 20 years, bro. I done faced every challenge motherfucker that like to throw at me, man. You ain't seen me fold. You ain't seen me break down yet. Matter of fact, I come out smelling too good, the way you nigga think something wrong.
T.I. clapped back, saying he'd never let anyone disrespect his family name and wasn't scared to go head-to-head with Boosie if he had to. From there, it snowballed. By that summer, Boosie was criticizing T.I. over the way he parented his daughter, especially that infamous gynecologist situation T.I. admitted to. Boosie went off, calling it controlling and out of pocket, while T.I. snapped back, saying Boosie was the last person who should be giving parenting advice. The shots got personal quick. Family, parenting, street credibility, even old charges. They were dragging each other on every level. At one point, it looked like they called a truce, both saying online that they had no real issue. But by 2023, it was back on. Boosie accused T.I. of not standing up for him during his gun charges, claiming Tip had gone soft and wouldn't ride for him. T.I. fired back, saying he wasn't about to babysit a grown man who kept disrespecting him. Fast forward to now, and suddenly King Harris is caught in the crossfire. Boosie didn't waste a second using King's alleged tape as a way to humiliate T.I., not even aiming the shade at King directly, but making it clear the target was T.I.'s parenting. To the internet, that was the ultimate disrespect. Boosie basically used King's spiral as a weapon to drag Tip, turning family gossip into a full-on feud. And now? Every time King slips up in public, Boosie's comments hit harder because the history between him and T.I. runs so deep. This isn't just internet mess anymore. It's two grown men using their kids, their reputations, and their past to take shots at each other in front of the world. This situation wasn't random. It wasn't just Boosie being messy for clout. Nope. This was another chance to poke T.I. right where it hurts. And with King sitting in the middle of internet chaos, Boosie simply couldn't resist. Once that alleged tape started spreading and Boosie chimed in, the internet wasted zero time tearing King apart. And let me tell you, some of these comments were cold. One person flat out said, "He was always weird looking to me. Too bad he took after Tiny and not T.I." That one hit hard because people have been dragging his looks since childhood, always comparing him to his parents like he had no identity of his own. Then somebody else went even harsher, posting, "He looks like that clown always trying to kill Bart Simpson, Sideshow Bob." And the internet, of course, ran wild with it. Side-by-side memes started popping up everywhere, and suddenly King wasn't just trending for the alleged tape, he was trending for being the punchline of a cartoon joke. But the comment that really lit the fuse was this one: "King about to be queen." That single line sent the whole conversation spiraling because it didn't just clown his image. It went straight back to the long-running speculation about his sexuality. That's why this whole drama is bigger than just a leak. The comments show the truth. People never stopped questioning King's identity. The baby rumors, the gangster cosplay, the online rants, none of it erased the whispers. If anything, this situation just poured gasoline on them. And here's the kicker. With Boosie stirring the pot, the conversation shifted from messy gossip into a cultural moment. It wasn't just about whether the tape was real. It became a full-on debate about masculinity, sexuality, and legacy in hip-hop. At the center of it all is King Harris, a 19-year-old who's basically fighting battles on every side. On one hand, he's trying to prove he's a father, a grown man, somebody who stands on business. On the other, he's still carrying the weight of T.I. and Tiny's empire, all while strangers online rip him apart like it's sport. And the wildest part, the bad blood between T.I. and Boosie never really died. Right now, King isn't just dealing with his own mess. he's caught in the crossfire of a feud that's been simmering for years. See, this situation wasn't random. It wasn't Boosie just being messy for clout. It was another shot aimed directly at T.I., and with King Harri sitting dead center in internet drama, Boosie couldn't resist taking the swing. Once that alleged tape started spreading and Boosie chimed in, the internet went full savage. The comments weren't just jokes, they were personal. One person flat out said, "He was always weird looking to me. Too bad he took after Tiny and not T.I." That cut deep because folks have been dragging King's appearance since he was a kid, constantly comparing him to his parents. Then came the even harsher takes. Someone wrote, "He looks like Sideshow Bob, the clown always trying to kill Bart Simpson." And of course, social media ate that up. Memes, side-by-sides, TikToks. It all went viral, piling more humiliation onto King. But the real grenade was the comment, "King about to be queen." That line didn't just clown his looks. It reignited years of whispers about his sexuality, and that's why this is way bigger than just a leak. These comments prove that no matter how much King tries to project toughness, fatherhood, or street cred, people never stopped questioning who he really is. The baby rumors, the gangster cosplay, the viral meltdowns, all of it feels like him fighting a losing battle for validation. Now add Boosie into the mix, a man who's already been dragged for his own controversial comments about sexuality. Him taking shots here wasn't just shade at King, it was a reminder of his long-standing feud with T.I. He knew the internet would run with it, and they did. At this point, King Harris isn't just a 19-year-old dealing with his own mistakes. He's a pawn in a much bigger game, a public,